What's up, people of the YouTube world? So today, I get to finally tell my side of the story from everything, the sober teens side of the story. But all the adult stuff happened, the 2 days that I wasn't there, so Friday and Saturday. All the funny, really, really funny stuff didn't happen when I was there, which I know I'm kind of glad I wasn't there for that, but then I'm kind of sad that I wasn't able to go to that. So, basically, I got to go on the trip Sunday. I originally said that I could go Monday, I think, in a video, but Jay called my mom and was like, "Oh, we're having a barbecue Sunday, so can Quincy come that day?" And mom was like, "Okay, sure." So we drive up to Guernsville, and I guess we drive past the house, and my mom didn't know where we were, so she called Jay. She's like, where's the house? I'm lost. And Jay's like, "Oh, I'll walk outside, and when you see my street, that's where the house is." So Jay, Daniel, and Selena walk out, and by that point I was just like, "Oh my God, it's Jay, Daniel, and Selena." I am starstruck right now. So we drive up to them, and still freaking out, I rush out of the car, and I'm freaking out, and I went to give Jay a handshake, and he's like, "No, we do hugs here." So he gave me a hug, and so literally in the first 3 seconds of meeting Jay, I gave him a hug, and I was like, "Oh my God, I hugged Jay. Oh my God, I hugged Jay." And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy meeting him in person. So I get my bags out of the car. We walk up to a gate. There's a gate right in front of the house, and Brian opens the gate, and then he's like, "Hi." He's like, "Hi," and I was like, "Oh my God, Brian said hi to me. Oh my God, it's Brian right there." And he gives me a handshake, and I was like, "Oh my God, I touched Brian." Because, it was funny. I was freaking the flip out. It was absolutely amazing. So we walk into the gate, and everyone says hi, and Jay introduces me, my mom, my stepdad, my cousin, my little brother, my sister. He introduced everybody, and then shows me my room, which is my room is the one in Brian and Jay's video. They're like, "Oh, it's a single bed, no two bears," that video. And yeah, so that was my room, and it was really nice room. And the only one problem I did have was the shower, and everyone knows that I did not want that. I did not want that shower just because everything was exposed in that shower. I didn't want it, but I still use it, and it wasn't that uncomfortable after I use it. But onto the story. So it's the barbecue, and by the way, Wolfie's cooking is the best cooking in the universe. I recommend it for everybody. So they're done eating, and they're done making the food. So everyone's getting food. I got, I think, was it a piece of chicken and my corn, because when something emotionally exciting, I guess, I don't know, if something emotional happens, I can't eat. My stomach gets really anxiety based. So I couldn't eat because I just met Brian and Jay. and I'm on this trip, so I couldn't eat at all. I was still freaking out. So yeah, we're all talking, and Jay randomly says, in the middle of our talking, "Oh, I'm gonna embarrass you one of these days." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna look out for it now." And so blah blah blah. A lot of things happen. We eat, and then we talk, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to go to the river and swim?" I was like, "Sure, I'll go to the river and swim." So we all go down or mostly everybody goes down to the river, and we, swimming, still freaking out that I'm still seeing Brian and Jay alive in person. Still freaking out. So we're all swimming, and they want to go to a rock. It's called Mount Gay. I think it's called Mount Gay Rock, and it's way, way, way out there. It doesn't look that far when you're swimming there. It doesn't look that far when you're not moving, but when you're swimming there, it's so far away. And so we're swimming there, and then my stepdad, literally when I'm halfway to the rock, he's like, "Quincy, come back." And I was like, "No, it's so far away." He's like, "Get the ball for your little brother." And I was like, "No, it's so far away." So I swam back, got the ball, swam to shore, and then swam all the way back. Then swam all the way to the rock. I was literally panting and breathing heavily for air when I was on that rock. I didn't move when I was on that rock because my arms were dead. My whole body was sore. I was dead. I was done. And the rock is pretty high up. It's like a 12 to 10 foot jump. And so everyone jumped off the rock. I jumped off it eventually. But one of the funniest things that was on the trip, the funniest things on that day was like, Jay was like looking over the edge. He's like looking over it. He's like, stop talking, everybody. I'm trying to meditate when I jump off the rock. And everyone, basically, when he said meditate, everyone lost it. We were all laughing uncontrollably forever. It was heck funny. So he finally jumps off, and then I don't know what the reason was, but he starts swimming back. I forgot what the reason was, and like we were just making fun of him, just making fun. I was like, "Do you need to meditate to swim and all this?" It was hilarious. We were just having so much fun. I think on that day, that's when the joke "rather bother" came from. Rather bother with a British accent. I don't know, but that's when the first time I heard it. So yeah, so when everyone swims back to the shore, and I'm still dead from the swim there. So we dry off, and then I start talking to Steven and Jerome. But I forgot to mention that during the barbecue, Anthony, my little brother, wanted to show me something in the game room. So I go into the game room, and there's Steven, Daniel playing Naruto, which is like my favorite show of all time. So forgot to put that in. So now fast forwarding back to when we swim up the shore, I sit on the thing, and then that's when I start talking to Jerome and Steven. And and Daniel, we were just talking about all the shows we nerd about, like Naruto, Twilight, yeah, Star Wars, just a bunch of other stuff. So me and Steven and Daniel connected. Me, Steven, Daniel, and Jerome connected like right off the bat. And so I'm all dried off. So we go up to the house. I'm all dried off, change clothes, and I go back to the patio area where everyone is. And then freaking everyone starts singing happy birthday, and I'm confused. I'm like, oh, whose birthday is it? And then the camera's pointed on me. I was like, no, you guys are not filming me. They threw a surprise party for me. I was so surprised. Like, my birthday was last week. It was the week before the vacation. So when they threw me a party, I was like, ah! Yeah, it was, oh my God. When Jay says he's gonna, like humiliate you, he's going to humiliate you, because I was so surprised. And the cake was really good, but I still couldn't eat it because I was still like anxiety based. So you got me, Jay. It was really good timing. I guess everybody knew, even my family knew I was angry with everybody when I was angry with everyone when they surprised me. So fast forwarding, my parents leave, and when my parents leave, basically everyone just goes, we just go into the hot tub and literally stay in there for like 5 to 6 hours. Basically, at the end of every day, we finished with the hot tub. The hot tub is our hangout spot. It was absolutely amazing. So we just sitting in the hot tub. I don't know. And then, so if you ever see me or Steven go, "Oh, Cliffia!" the joke comes from that. I don't want to explain the whole joke just because it's fun. It's only funny with a few slick people. So if you do know the joke, please tell me you're laughing right now, because I am really deep down inside. So, and then basically that night in the hot tub, me and Ryan get into like a really, really like deep conversation, like an hour-long conversation, just about like everything. Like that night, I felt like I can really open up. I really opened up to Ryan, and he really opened up to me. And that day, Ryan became a really good friend of mine, because I don't have deep talk conversations with my friends, my straight friends anymore. Just because, I don't really talk to a lot of my straight friends anymore. But when we go to school, I'm going to, start talking to all of them. But the first day, I connected with Daniel, Selena was later. Daniel, Jerome, Steven, and Ryan the most. And so, yeah, that's basically how the first day was for me, from my point of view at least. And, yeah, so basically, it was hot tub for 5 hours. I got to meet everybody. Everyone was amazing, and I love everyone to death. And we just basically ended it with us going to sleep really late. So, yeah, that's basically my side of the story. For day 1, expect day 2 as soon as possible. So, this has been Quincy, and I'm out.